There
Hello.
he is. Hey, welcome, welcome.
Hi.
Hey,
Thank you. How are you, Mac? How are you, Pops?
I'm
Oh, very
good.
blessed. Very good. Thanks for hopping in. Tell us a little bit about your one of your
Star
biggest
Wars.
Star Wars memories or something.
Oh, I think my biggest one that I can remember was, like I said, like in a celebration with Lucky, that I had never seen Star Wars up to my 10 years old. And I was like looking at all the plushies that my cousin used to have. And one of them was of Yoda. And I told, like, what is this? And she told me,
Hmm.
like, that's Yoda. Who's Yoda? And she said, like, oh, have you never seen Star Wars? And that was a Sunday I actually watched the three entire movies back to back. So, and I was completely hooked up since that moment. Especially because it was, I love the lightsabers. I was kind of like a guy that loved, like, as a kid, you know, martial arts and all that. And I was like, oh, I love those things. What are they? And that's how it started. Actually, I was a big fan more of the games actually, for the other than the movies. I love the movies, but the games were my my go-to way to actually understand of Star Wars. Up to this day, I still love Star Wars Jedi Academy for the PC,
hmm
and I was gonna look it up because they just released a new edition for the Switch, and I was like, I need to have that game. And last week I bought it, but I still need to play it again. I was like, oh, I'm gonna play it as soon as. And this is the funny part because here, Argentina, 25 of May, the celebration of Star Wars and all that. It's actually an Independence Day to us. So yeah, it was like, oh, that's kind of fun because it's like we actually like celebrated on our own jubilous moment of independence, and at the same time, it's the same day that actually the rebellion fought for his independence. I was like, it works. So yeah,
So
sorry.
when Mags, you were talking about like people like all sorts of different elements of this, and you were coming in with your great example of video games and things like that. When I was at Star Wars Celebration this one time, a lot of people will pose, they'll cosplay, dress up, and they'll pose out in like the atrium areas of these convention centers. And I kid you not, this one group had uh, an emperor who looked like a double. Like it was insane. And I thought to myself, first off, I was in awe of how great it was, but I was also thinking to myself, who would dress up like the emperor? Like it just seems like it wouldn't occur to me to be an
Hmm.
option. Um, what is like is there a weird character or a character that people wouldn't normally think of, a non-popular character that you're like, I just really have a soft spot for that one. I really like that one. Mags, you got one?
Oh gosh, you're putting me on the spot with this one.
All right, well, Zanzoltan, you got one. You got like a weird one for us. I mean, I love Jawa. I was when I was a little kid. The Jawa scene is one I remembered. I can close my eyes and be back in the theater watching the Jawa scene where they capture R2 and he sucks up into the sand crawler. And in October, we went to a Halloween haunted house over in Indiana. I don't remember anything about the Halloween haunted house experience except for the person that was letting you in at the door. He was a full size man in
Hmm.
a Jawa costume where you couldn't see his face and he had light up eyes. This is in 1977. So I was in awe of this beyond all get out. And I remember it to this day. I have a
Awesome.
soft spot for Jawa. I do.
I mean, how can you deny them going like ooh 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 teeny?
I
I
know.
mean, it's just.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think really, for me as a maybe as a kid, I was maybe I would say I'm not sure now because it's probably much different. But as a kid, because I was so young and much smaller, probably I would have loved to have been dressed up like an Ewok because I thought they were cute. But then later in
Sure.
life they turn out to be actual murder bears when you're
Well,
when you're
listen,
an
the murder
adult.
bears, they rocking the murder bears. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, go ahead. So,
No, my soft spot was actually, I know it's kind of funny because I was like, that character only lasted for 5 minutes, and I was like, I wanted to know more about him. He was a slumlord, Jabba the Hutt. I wanted to know
Mm.
more about him, and he was killed so easily, so quickly. I was like, God damn it, I wanted to know more about him. He looked like somebody that actually ruled an entire kingdom. He had like minions, let's just be called it like that. He had everything around it, and just he lasted for 5 minutes
Yeah.
in the movies at least. Then I think there was some kind of explaining into the comics, but I never read the comics entirely. So
mm.
um,
Yeah. There's
and
a
I
there's
still
some extended universe novel stuff, but I didn't read them. I just know of them. So let me put a pin in and go back to something we were talking about. Chi brought it up. It says Kamran Pasha was kind of done wrong with the animated series of Tron. Yeah, it's rough, man. I'm a fan of Tron. Just hope a third movie eventually gets done. At this point, gee, I'm kind of
I don't know.
hoping that maybe it doesn't. Let's hope Disney can be a little better guided before they do it. They
Hey,
were
hey,
really close on 2 different occasions that it fell through. Just so you know, it was really close.
Yeah. Right? And I'm not playing